let us take a look at what is going on with Trump during his meeting with
Is the
the
Pentagon preparing for military
Korean.
deployment
Well,
to
he did
Chicago?
like a
We're ready to go
meeting
anywhere.
with the
We
Korean
have
president,
a full
South Korean president,
complement
and
of
then
great human beings.
he's doing this stuff.
We're full. You know, our military is full. We were way empty 1 year ago. Now we're full. So we can go anywhere on less than 24 hours notice.
Are you waiting for the government?
And we're doing a lot to interdict to stop drugs from coming in, too. We have ships out on sea. You know, we have nobody coming through our border anymore. Nobody. Doesn't that feel good to know that you don't have prisoners coming in and, you know, killers, murderers? We had 11,888 murderers come in, led in by the Biden administration. Many of them have been captured, but we still have a couple of thousand that are out there. Some of them, 50% of them killed more than one person, okay? But a lot of them have been captured. What they've done to our country, these people that circle this moron that we had behind this desk, what they've done to our country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable. I mean, if you think so much of our time is devoted to correcting a problem that all they had to do is say, close the borders. Remember when he said, well, I have no power to close the border. I have to go back and get an act from Congress. I didn't get an act from Congress. I came in, I said, close the borders. And Tom Homan, who's not here, has been fantastic, Christy, right? Tom Homan is great. He is a fantastic man and respected by everybody. But I said, Tom, close the borders. Christy, close the borders. The borders were closed. We didn't go to Congress and get permission. We just closed the borders.
Yeah, I mean, why would you have to go to Congress? They're not the ones dictating. Well, I guess if you want to say they're dictating the laws, but we already have laws in the book that already said we're not an open fucking country. Anyways, there you have it. And what's this?
So I'll start signing.
Oh yeah, this is in the
very,
same
very big
time he
deal.
signed executive
One of the executive orders has to do with cashless bail. That was when the big crime in this country started. And I can tell you who did it, when, but I don't want to do that because others followed pretty quickly. But that was when it happened. Somebody kills somebody, they go in, don't worry about it, no cash, come back in a couple of months, we'll give you a trial. You never see the person again. And I mean, they kill people and they get out. Cashless bail. They thought it was discriminatory to make people put up money because they just killed 3 people lying on a street. Any street all over the country, cashless bail. We're ending it, but we're starting by ending it in D.C., and that we have the right to do through federalization. Okay, let's go. Could I ask you to say exactly what this is?
Of course. So, as you've consistently identified, sir, cashless bail policies are a key driver of the disorder we see on city streets all over America. Catch and release system allows criminals to keep going back out onto the street and reoffending. What this executive order does, it charges your attorney general with identifying jurisdictions all over the country that
by the
have
way,
cashless
Obama
bail
did
policies,
executive orders
and then it,
too.
withholds
So
or
it's not like
revokes
this is
federal funds and grants that are flowing to those
against the
jurisdictions
rules or
to
anything.
ensure that we're only supporting the people who have
No
reasonable
rules
common sense
broken.
policies.
All
around
within the
crime.
books.
So what area does it cover?
Potentially anywhere that has a cashless bail policy. So some of the largest cities, some of the most left-wing states in America
Almost
have adopted.
all of them, right?
Illinois would be a great example of that, sir.
Oh, they have a great cashless bail. You don't even have to go to court sometimes. No, Illinois, I love that state. It's a great state, but it's run so badly by Pritzker. They threw him out of the family business and he becomes governor. Now he wants to run for president. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we'll sign right here, right?
Sir.
So important. And this isn't Republican, Democrat. This is, and by the way, most Democrats agree with this. But this is just, we got to bring our country back. Okay? That's a big one.
Also on the issue of cashless bail, sir, this is a D.C. specific executive order. In addition to the measures that we're taking that are quite similar to what we're doing around the country, in D.C. in particular, the objective is holding as many criminal defendants in federal custody and subjecting them to federal charges as possible. That means that they'll be held pre-trial in federal jail as opposed to just being cut back out on the streets due to a cashless bail policy.
Okay?
There it is. No cash and release. None of that shit. No cashless
We have
bail.
And by the way, the prison they
Well,
have
I mean, it's probably still gonna happen in
DC
California,
is
to be honest. But
horrible.
let's be real. California's
It's
fucked in the
horrible.
head.
People were subjected to live in that.
California
dog
is
trap
like
for so long,
lawlessness,
so
hippie
unfairly.
bullshit.
I have stories you'll be hearing about them. That prison is horrible.
Lawlessness, hippie, communist, socialist, bigotry. I'm so sorry. I cannot use. I have to use that word because it's so fucking bad. God. Did you see what they're doing to the fucking laws? Holy shit, man. Fucking Christ. See, this is why I think there's no fucking God. Because he allows this bullshit to happen. You know, that's neither here nor there.
Lastly, sir, this
Yeah,
is an
fuck
executive
you.
order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag.
Yeah, I don't know.
And as you know, through a very sad court,
To be honest,
this was a
I'm kind of
5-4
iffy on this
decision.
one.
They called it freedom of speech.
Like
but there's another
I'm
reason,
under.
which is
For me,
perhaps much
it's
more
like
important. It's
you
called death.
bought. If you
Because what
bought the
happens
flag and
when you
you're
burn a
like
flag
in your own
is
right,
the
if you're
area
doing it
goes
for yourself
crazy.
and
If
you
have
bought your
hundreds of
flag
people,
and
they
you're
go
not
crazy.
doing it
You
on,
can do other
it's not
things.
someone
You
else's
can burn this
property,
piece of paper. You
right?
can,
I think it's fine.
But when you
But
burn the
the
American
fact that
flag,
I think he's
it
doing like a
incites
blanket
riots
one, right?
at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy.
Right, because
And
there's been a lot of
what the
people just,
penalty is
yeah,
going to
I mean,
be,
you
if
see
you
the
burn a
riots
flag,
and shit.
You get 1 year
They go
in
around
jail,
burning
no
flags.
early
Well, it's just the
exits,
American
no
flag.
nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag,
Just go around burning
you get-
American
and
flags.
What
It's
it does
just like,
is
ugh.
incite to riot. I hope they use that
I mean, they
language
bought the
rather
flag,
than
I think, right?
incite to riot, and you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get
But yeah.
1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record.
Hey man, this is.
And
I
you will
mean,
see flag burning
this
stopping
is kind
immediately,
of
just like when I signed the
authoritarian.
Statute
I mean,
and Monument Act.
I mean, it's just who's gonna enforce it, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if anything gets enforced. Only time will tell, right? Oh shit. I'll spend about $2, and it'll look better.
I'm going to be working with Clark Construction, which is by far your biggest construction company. And we're going to also beautify Washington. We're going to rip down the broken medians, fix them. We're going to put asphalt on the roads. We're not ripping them apart like these stupid people do. They rip.
He was about to
rip a road down to the
say.
dirt,
He was about to say a
and then
bad
they spend 5 years in
word.
building the new
Yeah.
one, and then it starts settling.
He
You know, the
he
whole
changed
thing
it to
is-
stupid.
They'll spend hundreds of millions
He
of
was
dollars
about to
on
say
a
a
road.
no-no
I'll spend
word.
about $2, and it'll look better. So we're going to be
fuck.
replacing medians. We're going to
Hey,
be
man.
replacing
I let it
much
slip
of the
too.
asphalt
I
in the
know,
road,
I
which
gotta
is in
stop.
the
It's not good.
city, which is in bad shape. We have great stripers. We have great contractors, but we have to let them do the thing. The Congress has said that they'll give us whatever money is needed to fix up the Capitol. This is the Capitol. And we're not going to spend a lot. It's going to go fast, and it will be spotless. And we want it spotless for the World Cup and for the Olympics. You saw the World Cup was here the other day. And come to
Yeah,
think of
we'll
it,
see
there's
what
your trophy
happens.
for the World
Yeah,
Cup.
'cause the World
In fact,
Cup
it's
is
solid
coming.
gold. That's actually solid
And
gold.
the
so
Olympics.
heavy that some of the people in
Oh,
this
no,
room
I
wouldn't be able to lift
accidentally-
it. I think what I'm going to do is place it right above the angel, right over there. That's solid gold too. We're going to put it right up there. Look at that. There's a solid gold trophy. They know how to get to me, you know.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So
I
it's
like the
solid
angel
gold.
better, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Damn. Yeah, I knew it. I guess they're letting him hold on to it until fucking game time. I'm pretty sure that's a replica. I don't think that's like because I'm sure they have multiple. I don't think they have just one. And again, that's a pretty fucking pricey trophy to be.
Any street all over the country, cashless bail. We're ending it, but we're starting by ending it in D.C.
No,
and that
yeah.
we have the right to
So
do
this is the
through
cashless bail stuff, yeah.
federalization. Okay, we'll sign right here, right?
Sir?
so important.
Oh, important. There it is.
Okay?
All right. I'll leave that in the description or in the description. It's the same thing. He's just gonna sign again. It's just from a different news media outlet.
I know Chris better than anybody in the room. I always felt he was guilty. But what he did is he took the George Washington Bridge, which is very serious. He closed down the George Washington Bridge. And you had medical people, you had ambulances caught up. This thing was closed down. And obviously he knew about it. But he blamed the young lady that worked for him and another person, and they got into a lot of trouble. She ultimately was, I don't know, exonerated, but she got out of it a little bit. But she went through hell. She was a young mother, nice person, I knew her a little bit. And another man went to jail, and Chris got off. And so when I listened to Chris speak his hate, I say, oh, what about the George Washington Bridge? Washington was the most dangerous place in this country, and now, you know what? It's probably the safest place in our country. Everyone's starting to come here. The restaurants now you can't get in. Many of them closed because they couldn't open with crime. Everybody before me is happy what I'm doing. Most of you won't say that because you're radical left. The newspapers are so dishonest. The press is totally dishonest, but that's all right. We've gotten used to it. And we won in a landslide, so they obviously lost their power. I mean, it's impossible to imagine that when you get 97% negative stories,
see, this is why they keep getting pissed
even
off.
though you've done
Because he keeps rubbing it
97%
in
positive
their
things, that they could, that you could win an election in a landslide, winning all seven. Think of it, all seven swing states, winning by the popular vote by millions of votes. We had a fantastic. The best is your districts out of 3,000 districts. I guess we won 3,500. We won 2,750, and they won 500. And that's to me the best of all. And we had tremendous in every way the election. And it's hard to believe you can do that when you have a corrupt media. But many of you are corrupt, and it's nothing we can do about it. We keep winning, and we're going to keep winning.
We're going to keep. He said the thing. God damn it! This fucking guy. Holy shit. See, this is why they hate him. He keeps rubbing it in their face, and how much he hates them. Oh my god.
Okay, Mr. President.
Oh shit, hold on. Alright, let's see what's going on.
Okay, Mr. President.
If we could get your reaction, sir. The Israelis bombed a hospital in Gaza that killed 20 people,
Yeah, this
including
happened
5 journalists.
When did this happen?
This happened overnight, today.
I didn't know.
Today.
Any reaction to this? Are you
Well,
going
I'm
to
not
talk
happy
to
about
Prime
it.
Minister?
I don't want to see it. At the same time, we have to end that whole nightmare. I'm the one that got the hostages out. I got them out, all of them. Steve Witkoff has been amazing. He's done a great job. But I'm the one that got them all out through my people and through me. And now we're left with probably a little bit less than 20 because I think 1 or 2 are gone. And I said a long time ago, I'm going to get them out. But when we get down to that final 10 or 20, these people aren't going to release them because they're dead after they release them. So it's a nasty situation. Very nasty, horrible thing.
Even Trump knows. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, as soon as they release those hostages, they don't want, because that's their only leverage. Right? Once they give up that leverage, that's it. It's literally annihilation for them.
You really want to be asked to go. You know, I hate to barge in on a city and then be treated horribly by corrupt politicians and bad politicians, like a guy like Pritzker. He ought to spend more time in the gym, actually. This guy is a disaster. Gavin Newsom's a disaster. When we went, we saved Los Angeles. You wouldn't have been able to have the Olympics in Los Angeles. You're barely able to have it now. They did lose 25,000 houses to a fire that should have never occurred.
Huh. Got him.
저의 반역으로 남북 관계가 잘 개선되기 쉽지 않은 상태인데 실제로 이 문제를 풀 수 있는 유일한 인물이 트럼프 대통령이십니다.
So resolving this issue through my engagement is not an easy thing. And the only person that can make progress on this issue is you, Mr. President.
대통령께서 피스메이커를 하시면 저는 페이스메이커로 열심히 지원하겠습니다.
So if you become
Basically, he wants him to
the peacemaker, then
facilitate
I
some
will
kind of
assist you
deal.
by being a pacemaker.
We can do big progress, I think, with North Korea. Absolutely.
There you have it. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, you do, since they should be one country, but they're not, right? That's the issue. And so you kind of have to make them both happy. And well, if South Korea asks for some kind of help in making some kind of deal with North Korea, well, you got to facilitate something, right?
And we have many things to talk about, and I look forward to it. And it's a great honor to be with you, and congratulations on your election. That was a big one, and we're with you 100%. Thank you.
By the way, South Korea and North Korea, that's your apartheid state. Sorry, I'm using a different terminology. Yeah, in the eastern countries, they don't call it apartheid states. They do the north and the south shit.
말씀을 드리면서
And I heard that you recently redecorated the Oval Office, and I would like to say that it looks very
That's
bright
why when I
and
hear
beautiful,
Hassan,
and
like,
it
right,
has the
Hassan and
dignity of
Destiny and all
America,
those people
and
who say
it
that kind of shit,
symbolizes
like,
the
falls
new
on deaf
future and
ears.
prosperity of America. And I would like
Falls
to
on
mention
deaf
that
ears.
the only remaining divided nation in the world is the Korean Peninsula. And I would like to ask for your role in establishing peace on the Korean Peninsula. So I look forward to your meeting with Chairman Kim Jong-un and construction of a Trump Tower in North Korea and playing golf at that place.
But we think we can do something in that regard with respect to North and South, and I think you are much more prone to doing that than other leaders that I've been working with from South Korea.
There you have it. So basically, it would be from his perspective, right? It would be some sort of Trump Tower with a golf course or something like that, right? Some kind of entertainment type of thing, right? And then, right, it would be open to, I guess, both South and North Korea, I guess. I don't know.
Steve, go ahead.
A meeting with President Lee of South
Who
Korea.
knows?
Did you end up talking about
Fucking
that, and did you
Trump
reach any conclusion?
Yeah, I think we have a
Tower.
deal.
Korea.
They had some
Holy.
problems with it, but we stuck to our guns. We are going to, they're going to make the deal that they agreed to make. And he's a very good guy, very good representative for South Korea. It's a very big trade deal. You know, it's the biggest deal they've ever made by far, but it's one of the biggest deals ever made. The biggest deal ever made is the one with the European nations, as you know. The Europe deal is the biggest deal ever made. I think it's the biggest deal ever made, period. And they pay us $950 billion coming into this country and lots of other things. They're going to buy $750 billion worth of our oil and gas and all of the other things. So it's amazing. Our country's doing so well, so strong now. And you saw where the tariffs came in at $4 trillion.
Oh shit, that is a
$4
limit.
trillion.
No, I can't paste that.
And they just, the CBO, they just announced it.
Too many words.
I told them that was going to happen, but they refused to give us credit for it. Now they're giving us credit because the money is flowing in. They just found $31 billion that nobody knew where it came from. And I said, check the tariff shelf. And they said, how did you know that's where it came from? Well, we're taking in a lot. Look, we were abused by tariffs for many years. Nobody at this country got it. No president got it until I came along. Nobody got it. We were abused by other countries. We're China. I mean, take a look. That's what they did is essentially what I'm doing, but we're doing it at a better scale. and we're making up for lost time. And we're also making sure a lot of these countries respect us for doing it. They couldn't believe what they got away with. I mean, I told a couple of people, what do you think? He said, one of them, a prime minister, said to me, I can't believe we got away with it so long. Just couldn't believe it. I'll tell you what, Prime Minister Abe, who
He
was
cracked
great
a
at
smile.
Japan, who was
He's happy.
unfortunately assassinated. He used to say, I can't believe we got away with this for so long. You know, they
Happy
sent
boy,
millions of
JD.
cars in, and we weren't allowed to send one car. They wouldn't accept one car in Japan, and yet they would send millions and millions of cars into our country. No tax, no nothing. So, no, we're just doing the right thing, and it's making our country
We're
rich,
doing the right
beautiful.
thing. It's making our country
It's very
great.
important. I felt so foolish for years watching this take place. You know, we did it in my first term with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars of tariffs. But when COVID came back, we focused on that. We did a really good job, and the whole world suffered with that one. It was a terrible thing. So we couldn't be tariffing countries. And if you looked at what happened to France and Spain and Italy and all, I'm not going to go say, by the way, we want tariffs. So, but now we do say that, and it's tremendous, and we're respected. We're the most respected we've ever been. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
There it is. And then let's watch. This one's in the same one.
You
Right?
called Kamala Harris a communist, but the Biden-Harris administration, they never called for nationalizing a private company with the federal government like you're proposing.
Yeah, I'm
with
surprised.
Intel.
I'm surprised.
What do you say
I'm
to
surprised
some
Trump
say
is
this
trying
a
to
bit
bail out
hypocritical?
Intel.
And is
as
this
well.
the
Anyway.
new way of doing industrial policy?
Yeah, sure it is. I want to try and get as much as I can. If people come in and they need something, as an example, as a real estate person, if I have an agreement and I have any form of a stopgap where I can stop somebody from doing something, right? I have a covenant in an agreement, and they come to me and they say, would like to do something, but you have us restricted. If I do that, they usually have to pay. Now, in the case of Intel, it was interesting, but I hope I'm going to have many more cases like it. Intel came in. I met with the gentleman. I had a lot of respect for him. He came in under a little bit of a cloud. I liked his story. I thought he was good. I think he really means to do a good job with Intel. I said, I'd like to ask whether or not you'd give you know, because the story, a lot of people said I invested in Intel. I didn't invest, but I invest my heart in it and my soul because I want the country to be strong. But I said, I'd like you to give 10% of Intel to the United States of America. Not to me, to the United States of America. And I said, if you have them as a partner, you have the United States as a partner, I think that would be a very good thing for Intel. And he thought about it, a little bit different, and he said, I like that idea very much. We have a deal. And that's, I just made $10 billion or $11 billion for the United States of America. And yeah, there will be other cases. If I have that opportunity again, I would do that. And then, you know, you do have stupid people say, oh, that's a shame. It's not a shame. It's called business.
Interesting.
If somebody's willing to
Oh,
give
there
you 10% of a company and you're not paying for it, and I will tell you, with a company like Intel, as you know, it's had difficulty. I want them to do well. I want them to do well anyway, but I want them to do well in particular.
No, not
But
the
isn't
Discord.
public ownership of a private company a new way of doing business in the business of the United States? Isn't that what you were sort of rejecting?
So are tariffs.
The
Have
terrorist
them as a
man.
partner. You have the United States as a partner. I think that would be a very good thing for
Yeah,
Intel.
so that's
And he
interesting.
thought
So
about
he's
it,
investing
a
in
little bit different, and he
Intel
said,
or giving
I like that
Intel
idea
some
very
help,
much.
or
We have a deal.
asking Intel to
And that's, I just made $10
give
billion or
some
$11
of
billion
the
for the United States of
market
America.
here
And yeah,
to-
there will
to
be
the
other
United
cases. If I
States.
have that opportunity again, I would do that. And then, you know, you do have stupid people say,
So,
oh, that's a
business
shame.
deal.
It's not a shame. It's called business.
Right.
If somebody's willing to give you 10% of a company and you're not paying for it, and I will tell you, with a company like Intel, as you know, it's had difficulty. I want them to do well. I want them to do well anyway, but I want them to do well in particular now.
But isn't public ownership of a private company a new way of doing business in the business of the United States? Isn't that what you were sort of rejecting?
So are tariffs.
So are tariffs. You heard the man. So are tariffs.
We're sort of rejecting?
So are tariffs.
Uh,
Do you have any questions?
oh no.
Yes.
This is not. Okay. And then I wanted to go back. Uh, sorry. No, what the fuck?
Look, Chris is a slob. Everybody knows it. I know Chris better than anybody in the world. I always felt he was guilty.
Chrissy's a slob. Hold on. I have to. Just looking straight at him. Sorry to do you guys dirty. All right, there you go. All right, that's gonna be it for Trump's little Trump's right meeting with the South Korean president, and then the signing of executive orders, and then some questions about things. There you have it.